Hey everyone, it's OSK, and today I'm just going to break down these quick little patch notes. These are patch notes that went out, as you can see on the 28th of September, this night that I'm recording on. Game time went down about 7 Eastern, and it's going to be popping back up around, I think that's about 11 Eastern, 10 Central for me. So we're just going to quickly break down these notes. It's not very much to go off of, but I still wanted to give a breakdown for you guys and kind of provide that nuance, just in case that there's some changes that you might not understand. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Starting up, we have a new event. This is called Koi Bonanza. This is going to be taking place for a little bit over a week until October 7th. 20 UTC, that would equate to about 4 o'clock Eastern on October 7th. And during the Herald's Trial and Quick Match preparation stage, just like you did with the Paper Lanterns this past event, you're going to have to collect 6 Koi tokens within the time limit. And if it's achieved, then you get extra rewards according to your ranking. Basically, if you make it to the top half of your match, then you're going to be getting premium rewards. And if you don't, then you're going to get common rewards. And this can be received up to 3 times per player per day, both in solos and trios. So have fun with that, guys. You're also going to get 2 times the daily quest rewards. Again, same time frame. This will be going until October 7th. So plenty of ways to get twice the experience and hidden treasure XP if you're on the battle pass. A great way to get that taken care of. Now I realize that I might be blocking some of the text here. Let me go ahead and scroll a little bit up for that. Going on to the reputation score. This is kind of like a credit system where if you do things that don't negatively impact your team and trios or just regular community things, then you're going to be having a high score. And if you do start doing things like leaving matches early, or let's say that you're queuing up into a trio and one of the teammates on your trio leaves, then he or she will be getting a credit score dock. And the lower it goes, the more restrictions that will be put on your account. So let's kind of break that down. You start out with the reputation of 8,800. Playing your matchmaking and completing matches increases your reputation. Leaving a game during the preparation stage or during the game will reduce your reputation. If you leave during your preparation, during that initial little area that you go to on Morris Isle while you're waiting for that match to start up, then your reputation will take a hit. If you leave during then in solos and in the bloodbath, or if you leave in trios when your team has 3 members. So if your team does not have 3 members and you leave, let's say if there's just 2 of you and one of you leaves, then don't worry, your reputation will not take a hit. The interesting thing is that it will take a hit if you're going through the preparation phase in solos and in bloodbath. So if you queue up and you decide you don't want to go through the match, even if it's solos, you're going to be taking a reputation hit. I'm guessing this is to prevent people from leaving as much so that the games aren't filled with as many bots, because I think that's what it does. I think if a player has a really bad connection, or if they leave early, then that slot is filled in with a bot to make sure that queue times don't go forever. This was a problem in if you ever played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds back in the day, or PUBG as it's colloquially known. That was kind of a problem where queue times would take quite a bit if the server was struggling to get players on and people kept leaving. This is probably to combat any sort of bots getting into the game. And then you have leaving games. Your reputation is going to take a hit if you leave a game before you are completely dead and your teammates are not all dead either. So this is going to be a bit of a bummer for trio players from what I can see, because if you're in a situation where you're the only one that died and well, let's see. No, I spoke too soon. So your reputation will take a hit if you leave a game before you are not completely dead and your teammates are not all dead either. Okay, so if you leave a game before you are not completely dead and your teammates are not all dead, then your reputation will take a hit. Okay, so if you resurrect already with the Soul Altar, and then you die again and there's no way to get you back and you want to leave, then you're good. That's how I'm reading it here. If you still have the resurrection available, or you just went down and you're waiting for a res from your teammate and you leave then you're going to get a reputation hit. So you got to make sure that you are completely and totally not able to participate ever again in that match before you leave, or you're going to be hit with a reputation score. So the deduction coefficient is if you leave during the trios or the Herald's Trial trios, which is the ranked, you're going to lose a coefficient of 1. If you're in quick match trio, you're going to lose 0.75. So even in quick match, you're going to lose some points. Herald's Trial ranked match and solo, you're going to lose half of that. If you're in quick match solo or the bloodbath and you leave early, then you're going to be the coefficient is going to be 0.25. Reputation tiers and their effects are as follows. Players will be banned if the reputation score is too low. So you have, here's your tiers. You have A, and it goes by thousands. So 9,000 to 10,000 is A, 8,000 to 9,000 B, so on. Players with a reputation of less than 7,500 will be unable to queue for the Herald's Trial, and it does not specify solos or trios. So if you are in C tier here, right in the middle, 7,500, you are not going to be able to queue up for the Battle Royale mode for ranked. Okay, very important. You don't want to be leaving a lot of matches. Not that I see a lot of people doing that anyway, but especially now, if you start leaving early, if you're an early leaver and that's just what you do, probably not going to be able to play ranked before long, or that's the hope anyway. Those below 6,000 will furthermore not be able to join quick match. So if you're below 6,000, if you're in the E tier right here, you're not gonna be able to play Battle Royale because the game you just leave you leave too much, man. So yeah, there's that to hold on to. Be adding more to the reputation system in future iterations to monitor and restrict gameplay that affects the game negatively to further improve the experience. Okay, so I really hope that there's a way to display this in game, because if you come in here like and you're brand new and you have no idea about the little credit score system, and you start leaving early, you shouldn't be leaving early anyway, but I can see a world where someone's not aware of this and then they start leaving a lot and they're like, why can't I play Battle Royale? So that would be kind of funny. But anyway, if you leave too early, you're only going to be able to play Bloodbath. So there's that. In-game function, new Shadow Poison. Basically, there's a new way that the Shadow Corruption is going to be doing after the third circle. Players in the Shadow Corruption will be gradually affected by Shadow Poison. Poison will begin to recede after Shadow Corruption when players' Shadow Poison accumulates a certain amount still in the Shadow. Players' health recovery will be decreased. Okay, so from what I can see, this makes it to where the zone's going to be a little bit more punishing if you touch it, especially in later circles. So if you go outside for any reason, the poison's going to be still in effect, but it'll start to recede a little bit. You're still going to be taking ticks off your health if you touch that zone though. And this is to prevent like zone stalling or anything like that. So if you go into the zone, you're going to be feeling the effects even after you come back in. So definitely do not be outside the zone in that scenario. This probably is to discourage edge camping too, because you know, if you get there's a higher probability of you getting hit out of the zone, and then the poison's going to be still on you at that point. So you want to make sure you're careful for that. Also, when being hit while in soul form, I didn't know you could get hit while in soul form, but there's that. Out of game functions, there's a new custom match lobby settings. This is going to be huge for any custom modes you guys are running, particularly 1v1 customs. There's a lot of players that run 1v1 customs. I myself enjoy them quite a bit, especially my buddy Trago. Go check out his stream. He does 1v1s in the mornings. It's a very good time. Basically, there's new search functions, and there's you can adjust Shadow Corruption spread rate and also damage. So if you want to make, like in the Battle Royale mode, or I guess even in Bloodbath too, you can make it to where like zone insta kills, I guess. I don't know. But now here's the big thing. You can adjust the quality of weapons and armor in the Bloodbath, and you can also adjust match length. So one of the more annoying things is whenever you're in a Bloodbath match, the thing will last like, I forget the exact time. It's like 15 minutes or 12 minutes. And then your 1v1 match is over and you got to requeue. Well, now you can adjust that length. I don't know if this means you can go with an unlimited amount of time, but also the quality of weapons and armor, you can make it to where you have gold armor and you have nothing but gray weapons, so that fights last longer. This could make for a very competitive space if you wanted to run some custom 1v1 tournaments or like just some community events. This could be a really fun time if you set it up correctly. So I'm very pleased with that. With just more options for custom match. I really like what they did there. Now you got store updates. You got a new outfit for Viper Ning. You got the new legendary weapon for the spear, Sky Crusher. There's discounts on Crimson Demonic Blade. Very nice skin for the greatsword. I definitely recommend getting it. Tsunami, I don't know which one that is. Slicing Banner, Shark Carapace, no longer be available at a discount. Okay, so this is no longer at a discount. Unfortunate. Well, if you didn't get it before, I don't know what to tell you. It's a great skin. I guess that's all I gotta say about that. Sky Crusher, Maple Snowfall, 8 treasures, gilded scales are now at a 16% discount for a limited time. And there's 2 team stat backgrounds, Great Success and Celebration, unlocked by taking part in the Koi Cup match events. Okay, that's pretty cool. It says Koi Cup, so I'm assuming that means like they're actual like events. I don't know if this is for certain regions or not, but I think Koi Cup's like that's a very limited event. So definitely get in there if you you know, if you want those extra little backgrounds. All right, for the balance. Hero adjustments. Tien High weak points of hostile and allied Vajra now appear differently, so you can easily discern who your enemy is. That's cool. Quality of life. To mulch. Improved visibility of special effects of Zephyr Prison and all of its variants. Okay, quality of life. Viper Ning added a stun AoE marker effect to Twilight Crimson, all of its variants. Okay, so this is an interesting discussion here. So whenever Viper activates her ultimate, there's actually a small AoE around whoever it's being cast on, where if for some reason you're a Matari or something and you're like literally touching a person who's about to get stunned, you will also get stunned. I've heard of that happening. Now they're giving an AoE marker effect, so you know how far away to stand from somebody. Yodohime previously could not generate rage in a short time after Ominous Blade ends. She can now immediately begin regenerating rage. Okay, so this is more of a bug fix. Okay, so no real balance changes for heroes, or the characters rather. So yeah, meta's pretty much the same. There's just a few little quality of life things, nothing too big. Now for melee weapons, they improved the feeling of weapon clashes for some weapons. That's going to be pretty cool. The greatsword, there's more hitbox registration, or they've improved the hitbox registration for charge attacks and also counter strike combos when using a horizontal strike followed by a vertical strike while sliding or crouching. Okay, I don't really know. I've never really dealt with this kind of thing, but a separate thing that I have heard from players on the test server is that apparently Greatsword has a faster aerial combo. I cannot confirm that, but apparently it's a thing. So be on the lookout for me. Post in the comments if you know something different. For pistols, they've greatly increased the movement speed when firing and charging up shots. This is going to be great. You're no longer going to be sitting there. You're now going to be Speedy Gonzalez when you're ready to shoot someone with pistol. So that's going to be pretty cool. Now for Soul Jades, there's actually a pretty good amount of changes. Focus Slide can now interrupt blue focus attacks, which is phenomenal. Focus Slide actually has a few 100 zeros with some characters, if I remember correctly. So definitely want to experiment with this one, Focus Slide. Repeating Crossbow, Sharp Shot, the damage is reduced, but the bolts no longer spread, so it's going to be pinpoint accurate. And Venom Tip, the crossbow itself is going to deal less damage, but the poison is going to be stacking up to 15 times, and it inflicts sustained damage, which is, Venom Tip was already good. Now I think this is going to make it even better. Katana, this is just fixing some, this is going to be fixing some of the Soul Jades that weren't used as often. For Stamina Strike, the health and armor restore ratio is up to 65% instead of, I think, 50. And also Composure is going to gain blue focus shield when fully sheathing your weapon. So I still don't think you're going to use it all that much, but now if you want to, I think it's going to clang with other focus attacks, so you'll actually be able to get something out of Composure. Now for Dagger, overall damage has been increased. Launched 3 stages of attack after passing the enemy, which is pretty cool. This was previously translated from someone trusted in the community that apparently it's like an anime effect. So So there's that. Like there's a, it's kind of like Blink Strike from Katana. You kind of disappear and there's like delayed damage, or you know what I mean. If you watch anime, you know what I mean. There's also Abyssal Aura. After catching dagger, you can click vertical strike to continue using Abyssal Aura. That's pretty cool. So there's definitely a chain going on with this Soul Jade. So Soul Jades across the board. If you weren't using them before, this is giving you kind of, you know, a second look. It's going to give you a reason to go back and look at them. For Spirit Scale Rush, increased damage combos can now be launched after the non-charge scale rushes, which is very nice. Greatsword Infernal Slash, the healing reduction effect is increased now. And charging up to a horizontal strike to stage 1 also grants Infernal Slash, so it works more often now with less investment. And Shockwave also increased range damage. That's pretty cool. After triggering Blue Moon with Longsword, continue clicking horizontal or vertical strikes to continue using it. That could be pretty cool. So Blue Moon, if I remember correctly, is I think this is something that happens after you do your 1-2-3 combo. Apparently you can just keep on using it, so that's pretty cool. All right, now here's a big one. For matchmaking, they've optimized matchmaking rules so players can now be matched with or against players closer to your skill level. This is going to be interesting. So if you've survived the beginning parts of Naraka and you're still playing up to this point, first of all, congratulations. There needs to be more of us, but I don't think is very much of us in the West. But in any case, this is going to be trying to pitch you against, let's say you're in gold, you're going to be going up against more gold players. If you're in platinum, I'm going to try to get you with more platinum players. I see an issue with this where basically I don't know if this will be feasible for players in the West, because basically what this does is it takes a matchmaking pool that was this wide and now it's making it like this wide. So that means what's going to happen with all this extra space that you just got rid of? Probably more bots, either that or longer queue times. So I definitely want to keep an eye on this matchmaking change. I really hope that it does not negatively hope that it doesn't negatively affect players at the top for Naraka, like those higher end players that literally can only play with other solar, platinum, and gold players. Hopefully it doesn't narrow them down too much and makes their queue times even longer. We'll have to see. Previously, when this was translated from Chinese, I think there was a note in there about optimizing the rules so that queue times would be lessened. That points me towards there being more bots in your ranked game. I don't know that for sure. So we'll have to see. Also, matchmaking does not specify Herald's Trial or Quick Play. So between ranked and quick play, if you're playing quick play and you just want to like have a jolly good time without really worrying about playing well or trying something new, I think this is going to pitch you more against players of your skill level. So this sounds like there's going to be increased skill-based matchmaking in quick play. We'll have to see to what extent it affects things in ranked play. But in any case, keep an eye on matchmaking because there's definitely something going on there. For markers, you can no longer easily affect the wheel menu when using markers. Okay, I never really had an issue with this before. I'm not really sure what this would do. I guess if you like accidentally open up the marker wheel, you could accidentally like put something in there. I'm not sure, but there you go. For controllers, you have item button changes on the right side UI. Can now use with the X or square on Xbox or PS4, and discard with Y. So just a little bit of optimization for you UI freaks on controllers. Now pick up and share the same button to make the operation more convenient. Meanwhile, we give discard an individual key to avoid misoperation. This is actually a pretty good change if you play on a controller. So kudos to the controller team of 24 Entertainment. Now for bug issues, fixed animation issues with uppercut slashes following a dagger charge attack while sliding. This I think was pretty annoying, so I'm glad that they fixed this one. There was a bit of an animation deal with that. Fixed issues were excess flashing with the first stage of dagger vertical charged attacks. Good. Fixed issue where players still get hit by sword energy after weapon clashes in a close distance. Good. There was still a double hit whenever you would get a weapon clash in a close distance, it would like clang with the longsword, but you still get hit by the wave. Hopefully this is actually fixed this time. Fixed an issue where one could counter with scale rushes while unarmed. Okay, yeah. You definitely don't want to be... That's weird, because if you're unarmed, there's not even a blue focus. So like, this is just a bug. I'm glad. Of course it would be under bug fixing. I know, Captain Obvious here, but I'm glad that they fixed that. Fixed issue where scaling something while sprinting atop a wall would interrupt the sprint. Okay, never ran into this one. Fixed display issue with Tarkaji spatial accessories. Very nice. Probably less clipping. Fixed issue where Valdetsui could still complete cultivation quests, defeat 5 enemies, shipwreck under blocking condition in the survival modes. Okay, so there's the rest of it there. So basically for Valdetsui's cultivation quests, some of them would apply to Bloodbath when they should only apply to Battle Royale. First of all, this quest right here, that is so specific, and I hope it doesn't take you too long to get. I know some players that actually did get it in the Bloodbath mode, and this is why they found the bug. That sounds like it's really hard to do in Battle Royale. So yeah, if you're Valdetsui, you got defeat 5 enemies, foggy weather in Battle Royale at Shipwreck Expanse in foggy weather conditions. So specific. Hopefully no one tries to grief you on that. But that's going to do it for today's patch notes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry it took so long this time. I'll make sure to have some nice tunes for you, because it's a bit of a long one even for small changes. But that's going to do it for today's video. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you like this patch breakdown. I got to go. Got to make some more videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.